audio mixer working? Good. All right, we're gonna check out some early Mike Turner. Early Mike Turner. You may or may not know of these or own them, but they're hella cool to look at. Check these out. Here we go. All right, so a lot of people don't know it. I think this was probably the first sequential work, credited sequential work that I think Turner had at Top Cal. It'd be codename Strike Force 14. Um, Michael and Dewey on ink, Detron, Dewey on inks. So let's see, we got Turner, so page 1 through 13, then a bunch of other people. So a bunch of different inkers too. All right, so yeah, let's go and check these out. We're gonna have Strike Force and then Ballistic 1, 2, and 3. Ballistic number 2, in my opinion, possibly his greatest single issue of his career for different reasons, but it's my artistic eye that tells me that. I might be wrong. All right, so you know, obviously early on, he's already kind of working in shots that we would later see in Witchblade with the close-ups and really just letting the colorist do some of the work in here, which is fine. For the time being, that's all that was really necessary. Create some illustrious characters in some of these books. And this is cool too. I do like this early work of his too, because you'll notice the male figures are not left real open like the females. A lot of the hatching and stuff, very, very reminiscent of Wetworks era Willis Portacio for sure. So, like right here is totally like a Willis. It's like a Willis face right here. I've always thought that. Not sure whether or not he was an influence. It might just be, you know, a hyper version of like a Turner or a Silvestri style. But definitely got something going on there that's resonating as a Will style to me personally. And these two, these kind of these panels, Willis would do these all the time. These insets with these brush inked edges. You know, we were doing that at Extreme Studios as well, but that's where I got the idea. I didn't get it from Extreme. I got it from looking at Willis. But yes, you get let's see, what is it? Yeah, the first 6, and then I think, is that it? Yeah, first 6, right? Oh no, yeah, 1 through 13. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if this one's counting. 8, 9. Let's see, 10, 11. So you get some tech stuff. That's definitely a Turner right there. You could tell he really liked working the panels with the contours and letting the colorist kind of give it a little bit of a hookup. And then this page here for sure is Turner, the creature. I can mostly tell because of the fingers. This is something he always had to retain through his career. The way he would do these fingers, and they had kind of had these dollops underneath, and that's not really a super common thing. A lot of the Top Cow artists, they would straighten them out. They would kind of do this thing. They wouldn't give it that weird curvature dollop underneath. But Turner, he did that quite a bit. I'm not sure if this is him. I know this is Turner here. This page, maybe not. It might be who was it? Frank Gomez. And then I know this page is not. This is not a Turner page. That is not a Turner female. That is not Turner rendering. That's not Turner. Weirdo getting hit by an axe. All right, so yeah, so there's those pages there. Super early work. Probably getting, I don't even know. Let's see here. What's the date on this thing? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe this was to gear him up. So this is August 95. So he's probably drawing this in May or June, because these books were always late. May or June. And then September, so they gave him a little leeway probably. So June, July, August, September, yeah. So they probably gave him a few months to get ahead on these books right here. And then following these books was the Witchblade series. So sink our teeth into this. You got Ballistic featuring Wetworks. There it is. So obviously, yeah, he was looking at it a little bit, if nothing else, for these issues of Will's. Yeah, you got Turner on pencils, Dewey on inks. Let's check these out. This issue here is okay. Kind of finding his bearings. The faces and stuff don't ring. This one here does for sure, but this one here does not feel like a Turner face to me. Neither does this. This panel here, if you cut it off there, it does. This absolutely, that just screams Turner trading card right here. But yeah, I think it's maybe doing a little bit of style flipping, trying to kind of figure things out. This is a really cool shot. Yeah, like this stuff, this kind of thing, 5-6 years later, he wasn't drawing this kind of detail on faces. So this particular miniseries with the Ballistic books, it's the only time you're really going to see him diving deep in the heavy black rendering. You don't see it again, really. There's a few panels here and there in the Witchblade books that I remember that he kind of would do stuff like this with the creature stuff, but not really on the characters. It was like, if it wasn't a silhouette, it was wide open. But yeah, dude, like, so things like this, like the muscle rendering, it's not really showing that well on camera, but the hatching and stuff going on down in here, and these little fades that he was pushing, completely, almost like a Portacio, and that's a straight up Portacio face. This is like Portacio rendering here. So yeah, he was absolutely looking at that stuff. This, however, this feels very, very like Irons, from Witchblade. So yeah, he wasn't really pushing too much with the anatomy. He was kind of sticking to it. It looked like he was kind of possibly focusing more on the female form and stuff, with just kind of figuring it out. But yeah, he figured it out all right. Obviously became a superstar very, very quickly. This feels like a Mark. This feels like a Mark panel right here. But I had heard, he was doing some background assist and stuff like that over other artists, and so was Dave Finch. And before landing their own gigs, they would, a lot of times you'd kind of emulate the artist that you're working with a bit. So, but yeah, this is the kind of thing here, you wouldn't really see him doing that later on, like this kind of shading like this, like these hard shadows. Again, you're only really going to find it in these specific issues here. Super, super early. Yeah, that's like a Wills panel almost. Great work though. Yeah, see, same thing, man. The shading like this, he wasn't doing it. This became kind of a trope for him though, like the lightning bolt with the glows and stuff. He had at least done it at least 2 to 3 times throughout the Witchblade series, and later on as well, in the what was it? Might have been Fathom. There's a great double pager here. Love this piece. Yep. So, all right. So we're gonna get through that one there. That's issue 1. And then my favorite book of his, Ballistic 2, featuring Wetworks as well. All 3 of these feature Wetworks, by the way, guys. This issue here, flawless in my opinion. He dialed in. Every character looks great. The rendering looks great. The inking looks great. Yeah, these pages are great, man. There's a romanticism that he brought to these pages that issue 1 lacked. They flow better. I don't know the reasoning for it. Maybe he took some time off between the two, or maybe just was able to grab something and reset. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But yeah, these shots are great. These panel breaks are great. I love this kind of stuff right here. It's a great panel too. Yeah, so this right here is giving us a glimpse of what we would end up getting later in the Witchblade books, like this kind of thing here. That's sick as hell. Yep. But yeah, like if I had to choose one, you know, if it was like choose one, burn the others, this would be the issue that I would keep right here. I feel like artistically, there's probably more to be learned from this issue, from dynamics to shading to rendering, um, just all around approach. It's just a better book than the other two. So this is cool, and this very obviously a Turner face. I mean, he kind of stuck with this for years and years after the fact. Um, yeah, so there's that one there, and then 3 is just this one here. Eh, it's okay, you know, to complete the series, but um, obviously just kind of wasn't dialed in the same manner. Oh, this always weirded me out. Turn that page like that. This here, very, very wet work heavy, so it kind of feels a little more like maybe he was looking a lot at Wills on this. Like this stuff here, just this feels a little out of his element. More like something Benitez would be drawing at the time. Turner, I've never seen as a tech artist. I always consider him more of like a organic or a female driven story character artist. And the colors here are real light. This could have been a really, oh man, I just tore that. This could have been a really cool double page spread, but I feel like the colors here are just way too bright. Yeah, same with this one here. This could have been super dynamic if they had I don't know. Like this here, like this right here kind of shows a little what I'm thinking, where they have a little bit of lavender colors going on and some yellow and some, it looks like some hard light yellow coming on up in here with the shading. And there's not a lot of that going on that double pager or this splash. A little sad. Those lips are colored really well. But definitely an artist who lent line art to colorists who could color the hell out of a page. And yeah. But yeah, this coloring just isn't doing it for me. This character looks pretty dope right here. Again, a lot of Wills going on in that right there. So, but yeah, I think this is just trying to get it done. Look at it dropping these shadows like this. I think it's just like, get me out of here. Give me my own book already. Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, guys, check it out. Ballistic 1, 2, 3, the best of the bunch. And if you are a completist, Codename Strike Force issue 14. To my knowledge, his earliest sequential work accredited. All right, thanks for watching.